Progressive chess is a type of chess where white moves one move initially, then black gets two moves, then white gets three moves. I'm just making up random stuff. Then black gets four moves, and you keep alternating. It's pretty wild, and I'm going to show you the game that I played against you guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you go to my channel and you go over to the community tab here and you click on that, we have an ongoing game. It's sometimes normal chess. We've played duck chess. We played a couple games of progressive chess, which you're about to see the recap of. Currently, we're playing a game of atomic chess, which I'm not going to get into right now, but we have a lot of fun here. You can vote on which move you want to play, and yeah, we just kind of have fun there. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to do that. But having said that, let's go ahead and take a look at the progressive chess that we most recently played. And it was pretty interesting because I actually had a way that I could have won the game, which you guys saw, or I shouldn't say you guys, some of you guys saw it. I did not see it, but I will show you that. So let's go ahead and get started. So you guys played e4, and I did write down these moves because I probably am not going to remember them all. So I'm going to just kind of read them off as we get going here. I played e5 and f6, and the reason I did this is because in progressive chess, when somebody puts you in check, their turn ends immediately. So like, even if, you know, white is supposed to get three moves, if they play this move, the turn ends immediately. So like, for example, if white was going to try to go for the 4-move checkmate with like 1, 2, 3, you couldn't do it because as soon as you go here, your turn ends. Right now it's my turn. I get to do my 4 moves. I can probably go here and take the queen, or, you know, whatever. So that's why f6, I guess, is considered a good move. I actually learned this from the first progressive chess game that we played. I don't really know the theory. Anyway, that's the idea. So I played f6, e5. You guys played d3, f3, and g3. And I played d5, bishop c5, knight to h6, and king to e7. Now, a lot of times in progressive chess, moving your king up actually is a good thing, okay? And this is backwards from normal chess. Normal chess, you don't really want to do this. You want to castle, keep your king tucked away in the corner. In progressive chess, it's good because, like I just said, as soon as your king is put in check, your opponent's turn ends. So it kind of limits what they're able to do during their turn. They have to be careful to not put you in check unless it's the last move of their turn. So it kind of makes things tricky. So that's part of the reason why I played king to e7, just trying to kind of get it up. Also gives your king more options. It's a little bit more difficult to be checkmated when you have a lot of places that you can move to, as opposed to if you run to the corner, you know, when your opponent has so many moves, you can imagine how you could lose pretty easily. So that's kind of the idea, and you're going to see that's exactly what you guys did as well. You played d4, captured my bishop, queen takes d5, king to d2, again, sort of bringing the king up, you know, into the open where it can get checked very easily. And then you captured on d8. Now, this was very clever because ideally I would like to capture with my rook, okay? But remember what I just said. If I put you in check, my turn ends. So that would be I only get one move this turn instead of, what are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 6. I'm supposed to get 6 moves. So, of course, I don't want to, you know, do that. And so I captured with the king, and then I played bishop to h3, bishop takes f1, king to d7, a5, a4. And part of what I'm trying to do here is just have a threat that you guys will have to deal with. So like next turn, if for whatever reason white didn't stop me, I could very easily come down here, get a queen, and just start taking everything, or potentially just checkmate. So that's kind of the point. Also, it lets out the rook. So if I want to use the rook, that could be another option. So that's kind of what I was thinking. By the way, I'm not a professional progressive chess player, so I'm just telling you like the very basics. Don't expect to get some high level theory from me on this. You guys played b4, b5, b6, captured the pawn, captured the knight, got a queen here, took this rook, and then took this rook, which actually was really good. This was a really good strategy because now that I don't have the rooks, it becomes very difficult to checkmate the king. And at this point in the game, I think I spent quite a few days trying to find a checkmate. I just couldn't do it. And it's fascinating because I have a couple of ways that I can get a queen in 5 moves. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I was like, if I have 8 moves total, I should be able to get checkmate with 3 more moves. I just couldn't do it. And there's just so many squares that you need to cover. Just couldn't figure out a way to do it. The one that was almost right was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, putting the knight here, and then bringing the queen back would be 9, which would be checkmate, but I don't have 9 moves. I only have 8 moves, so I was 1 move too short. That's just one example. There was a lot of those, you know, almost checkmates, right, where you needed 9 moves. However, there was a way that I could win the game from this position. Totally didn't see it, and it was pointed out to me in the comments. So if you guys who have not followed this game, if you would like to pause, it's sort of a, it's not like a cheat, but it's like taking advantage of the rules of progressive chess, which I've already mentioned in this video enough information that you should be able to figure it out, but I don't want to say too much. If you want to pause, try to find the win for black. And it's not in the typical sense of like it's checkmate, but it is as a winning line. So if you want to pause and try to find that, and then I'll share with you the solution. All right, if you had a chance to look at that, here is the line, and I don't know if this is actually the exact line that was pointed out to me, but this is one that I believe will work. So it's, remember, I have 8 moves, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and actually it only takes 7 moves. 7, I believe this is it, yeah. Check. And my turn ends, okay, because I'm putting the king in check. But now white has to move, and they have to get out of check. They don't have time to do something else. You have to get out of check first. But notice the king carefully. It can't move here. It can't stay here or move here. It has to move to one of these 3 squares. But wherever they go, it unleashes the bishop, puts me in check, and ends white's turn immediately. Which means, and now I would get to play from this position with 10 moves. And 10 moves, I mean, you can imagine there's probably a bajillion ways to checkmate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get a queen, and I, you know, figure out some way to checkmate. It shouldn't be that difficult. So, actually, I could even see one now. Move the knight away, or capture this pawn. Yeah, we could even do like capture the pawn and push this pawn. That would be checkmate. That's a cool one, right? You can see that because all the squares are taken. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. But the point is I would win because I forced you guys to put me in check. I had no idea. Like, my brain was not at all thinking about, let's go back if I can to the, my brain was not even close to thinking about something like this. Moving my king over here, get checked. That's like a progressive chess type of a thing that I had just never experienced. And so it wasn't even in my brain to think about. Anyway, I thought it was a fun game. And even though I lost, I ended up just playing some random moves here. I think I just like pushed this and took some stuff and got a queen, but I couldn't get checkmate and you guys won. Anyway, I had fun. And I just wanted to share that with everybody because I know not everybody follows over there on the community tab. But if you want to check it out and follow along with us, we have some fun over there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, play smart, and take care.